Hey, what's up, guys? And before we start this video off, I know a lot of you are probably asking, Aaron, where's your chapter 183 video reaction? And I have something to say. If the chapter is boring as fuck, as today's was, then I am not uploading it. Because it'll literally just be me reading, and it'll literally just be me reading and then just closing out the video because there's nothing to talk about. Oh, but today's chapter did have something to talk about. But first, I'm going to get this video out of the way. The top 5 worst types of Chainsaw Man fans. I went through the whole entire series. And I collected what I think, this is my personal opinion now, so don't get mad at me, this is personal. I have gathered the top 5 worst Chainsaw Man fans on this piece of paper right here. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this and you like Goku Rokugai, I'm going to start reading that series in, not tomorrow, but the next day probably. I'm going to be posting the videos on YouTube. I've never seen it before, so I want to react to it with you guys. Anyways, top 5 worst Chainsaw Man fans. Now, we're doing stuff I can forgive people. Well, we're going from least worst to worst. We're going from chicken salad to chicken shit. First one is gay shippers. Now, I'm going to say this. When I say gay shippers, I don't mean like lesbians in this show, in this manga. Like, you can ship like Asa with Yuro. That's fine to me. When I say gay shippers, I mean with Denji specifically. Like, Asa, she could be gay, Yuro be gay, Rize be gay, Power be gay. I'm cool with that. But shipping Denji with another guy is just wrong. And it's in the sense that it's almost like an Ashley Graves situation. Where if you guys have ever played The Coffin of Andy and Lele, and you know Ashley Graves' character, you can't ship Ashley with anyone else besides Andrew. Because Ashley is not homophobic, what am I talking about? She's sexist, really fucking sexist. And she won't like anyone else unless it's Andrew. Now, Denji is very clearly only into women. Exclusively only into women. And I just think that it's so... I don't know how you say it without coming off as homophobic. I'm not homophobic. I don't know. I'm just staring at my nails in the camera, and they're really capturing me. I did the toes too. Alright, anyways, that's just bothering me. Okay, so coming in at number 4 is fans who are stuck in the past. And I'm talking about part 1 fans. That, like, we gotta move on at some point. And it's like people who still talk about Makima, or people who still talk about Rize, or Aki, Power. As much as I hate to say Power. Coming in at number 1. That's right, I skipped 3, 2, and 1 are so bad, I couldn't put them in separate tiers. I couldn't discern them from worst to worst. I can only do 4 and 5. 3, 2, and 1 are in one category together. And coming in at number 1, we have Rize fans, people who think Power and Denji are siblings, and Asa Denji fans. Well, I probably should have said Rize Den fans. Alright, I'm going to go from least worst to worst. Number one, the people who say that, number three, I guess, but they're all in the same category. I'm just going from least worst to worst. People who think Denji and Power are siblings. Let's talk about it. We are in 2024 and there are people who still see Denji and Power as siblings. And listen, now I promise something right now. If you've made it this far in the video, I promise something right now. This is probably going to be the last time, one of the last times, I talk about Denji and Power as siblings or romantic. Unless something major comes out in the next coming chapters, or until Power comes back in the manga. But I wanted to talk about that, how I'm not going to be talking about Power or Denji any further together as an item. I will, because I ship them, but I won't do it as often because she's not in the manga. I'm going to say for another 5 to 4 years. And after today's chapter, Denji found his will to live. Anyways, let's keep going. Now, this is shocking to some people. Asa Denji fans, listen. Listen, I know that's shocking considering how much I shit on Asa, but listen. Even though I am the biggest Power and Denji shipper, even though I hate Asa with a passion, I hate her character traits, I hate how she's a femcel tsundere. If I didn't ship Power and Denji, because I used to ship Asa and Denji. But then 2 years ago, I watched this video right here, which I recommend everybody should go watch. And it completely changed my perspective about how I saw them. And I said, fuck Asa, I'm shipping Power and Denji the long way, the strong way. And listen, I don't care if Power does come back and say, Denji, I love you and you're my brother. I will ship Power and Denji until the manga ends, because that's where I've set all my chips. I've set all my chips in that pile right there. I put all my chips on black, and I'm not putting them back on red. So if Denji does choose Asa and he lives happily ever after with her ass, even though I don't think that, I think Asa will die at some point. I don't care. I'll ship Power and Denji until the day I die in 2094. Number one. Here we go. The worst type of Chainsaw Man fan. You guessed it. People who ship Rize and Denji in big 2024. It is the second to last month in 2024. And there are people who ship Denji and Rize in big 2024, almost 2025. And brother, when you got posts as stupid as this on Reddit, it really grinds my gears. Denji never moved up. You know what I would love to see happen? Ooh, because you know Asa and Rize have two of the shittiest fan bases in the entire series. I would absolutely love, because Rize, we know she's alive, we just don't know where she's at. We know she's alive, we just have no clue where she's at. I would love for Rize to come back and her to show up, her and Asa at the same time. Oh my god, can you imagine the discourse in the community? As much as I ship Power and Denji, I would love to see that. But when you have posts like that on Reddit, Denji didn't move up. didn't move on. Okay, so what? Okay, so what? What if Rize just pops back up on the screen? You automatically going to stop shipping her and Asa and Denji? I will always say Rize has the worst fan base of any character in the entire manga, even worse than Makima's. I don't know why Rize is the golden standard for a girl in this manga for Denji. Like, let's think about this. Who decided that Rize is the golden standard for Denji's relationships in this manga? Literally, this girl right here is the golden standard for relationships. Someone who said she never loved Denji. She snapped his neck when he said, "Let's run away together." And the only reason that I can even guess, I don't know why people like her, but the only reason I can guess why people like her is the fact that at her wit's end when she was dying to Makima, that she said, "Denji, I never went to school either." And that somehow created this little mindscape in people's minds that, oh my god, could you imagine if Rize and Denji ran away together and they went to school? That's so kawaii. Anyways, guys, that's it. Have a beautiful day. Take care.